All right, so I've done some sketchy stuff before. Welcome back to Joella's Garage. Today I'm going to be working on the motor for the Safari. As you can see, it's filthy and I need to clean it up before I start tearing into it because I don't want all that dirt to fall in the motor. And that's what's coming out. And the transmission as well. I brought the pressure cleaner. So I got to get that thing ready to dismantle. So stay tuned. So there's the transmission and the little pig. Piggy, what are you doing? As you can see also, the transmission is filthy. So that needs to get cleaned. And as far as the motor goes, it's dirty. I'm thinking of taking the whole intake out. And in order to do that, I need to clean it. I don't want all that funk falling inside of there. Also, I was thinking to go ahead and put the motor on the engine stand and I got to get the yoke on here, but I can't put this yoke on here with the oil cooler in place. And I have a sneaking suspicion anyway that the seals back here for the oil cooler are leaking a little bit. So I'm gonna have to take the oil cooler and some of these tins off to be able to put this yoke onto the engine stand so that I can, rotate the engine more easily. And then the other thing I need to do is what I do is I use the arms from the lift to lift the motor, and I'm gonna put the engine on this dolly here because I don't want to push that thing outside and risk that engine falling off of that box. So I'm gonna put it on here and then take the pressure cleaner to it. This I can pick up, or I can, the transmission is easier to move around, but the engine itself has to, I'd rather it be close to the ground. Right, Piggy? What, you got a ball? No, you got 3 balls and a toy. All right, so I've done some sketchy stuff before. Nothing really too unsafe, but look at what I'm doing here. I mean, listen, it's not that there's anything unsafe about this, really. I got the strap. The lift still has the car on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on a pallet jack and take it outside instead of on the dolly like I was thinking before. So instead of having to take the car off of the lift, why not just use the lift as it is? There, motor's in the air already. All right, let me go set up the pallet here and get this thing down on the ground. And just like that, we have the motor ready to go outside. So I'll go grab the transmission, which is right over there, and go get the power washer all ready to go. I guess plug up this breather hose here and just get at it. I'm not gonna do like a super duper clean. I just want to get most of the dirt off. So let's get it outside. I'm out here cleaning and stuff. Look who paid a visit. Hello, Piggy. Look at that tongue. Yeah. So anyway, the engine is pretty clean. My main concern was to get all the dirt from here, underneath here, just anywhere where I need to take apart. I want as little dirt as possible. I think I got the majority of it. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. I just don't want any dirt here or along here because I'm going to be taking the whole intake off. Same with down there. I'm not really taking anything else fully apart, so I'm not too worried about it. Same with the transmission. I still have to spray this stuff here. Again, I'm not going for perfection. I'm not looking to leave it squeaky clean, but I need to get the dirt off from in here, from here, from the input shaft, this little guy, and also here, because I'm going to be changing all those seals. So that's my concern as far as getting it ready. to take apart. And I got my old here, my old little pressure cleaner here back from my landlord days. That's probably one of the few things I have left from those days, which I've put behind me. So that's it. That's where we're at. Right, pig? Nothing. Nothing. Not even a side eye. Nothing. Piggy. So now that it's relatively clean, I need to get this thing onto the engine stand. In order to do that, I think I had shown before, I need to put the yoke on here, and I need to take this oil cooler off. So I got to take this off. I'm going to take the flywheel off. I'm going to mark it first on one of the bolts here, so I make sure I put it back in the same orientation. Yeah, so this, and then I can take this off, take the clutch off, and then I'll go back inside over here and put it, lift the engine back up and put the yoke on it and put it onto the engine stand so I can rotate it around. That's what I want to do. It makes working on it so much easier. Now, I wasn't quite sure if I needed to take the flywheel out or not, but I did want to check this remain sealed, and it looks like it may have leaked a little bit, so I'm kind of glad I did. That pilot bearing needs to come out, and that's it. Put the yoke on, get it up on the engine stand. So now I need to take that oil cooler off. I already loosened these guys. There is a 13 millimeter nut inside of here, and there's 2 on the bottom down there. So I got an extension. I got the pan here because I know that when that oil cooler comes out, it's going to be spewing oil everywhere. I got a rag. I just have to get my 13 and get it off, and then I can put the yoke on, get the engine up on the stand. So I got the engine back inside. I made a list of all the parts I needed to order. It really wasn't that much. You know, the 6 gaskets, the breather gasket here, the breather cover, you know, the little crush washers I have for this and this. I ordered a thermostat O-ring. I ordered new seals for the oil cooler, a rear main seal. I think that's about it. And obviously valve cover gaskets, because I'm going to take those out and do a valve adjustment on it. And that's about it. Same with the transmission. Shift seal, output flange seals, and input shaft seals. And then the little crush washer for the reverse switch I have. So that's about it. That's where that thing was leaking from. So for now, this is going to have to wait until I get a box from Pelican Parts with a bunch of goodies. And in the meantime, I'm going to take this stuff to get painted. So just taking all the hardware off, you know, this is the cover. I'll take the lights out. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the spoiler. I'm still undecided on the spoiler, but we'll see. I don't know yet. And the sunroof panel. And I'm going to take them to the body shop and have them painted so I can go ahead and mount them. I just got to take all of this stuff off. Everything, you know, everything with screws. It all needs to come off. So these guys are ready. These little things here, I don't care if they get painted over. Besides, one of them is a screw and one of them is a rivet, and it looks like they're glued on. So that's okay. Those can be painted. I don't really care. Everything else is free of hardware. This has nothing on it, nor does this. All these little holes, all of that took something. Screws, washers, nuts. So that's ready to go. Now I got to get the car down from here, get that spoiler off, and take the sunroof panel off. All right. Well, I didn't film it, but you can see I took the sunroof panel off. There's really nothing to film there. It's just two little screws here, two little screws here on each side. Whole thing comes right up. I took the spoiler out. I'm still on the fence. I don't know yet what I'm going to do about that. And then I'm loading up the little Beamer here. So I got the spoiler here, I got the sunroof panel there, and the light pot over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these over to the body shop. Let's see what they tell me. Hopefully it's something reasonable. And I guess that's gonna do it for now. There's nothing that's gonna be happening with the car until I start getting parts back. I'm not gonna start taking the motor apart here until I have all those seals and everything ready to go. So for now, this is just gonna have to wait. And even once I get those seals in, I still can't drive the car without a sunroof, you know? So right now it's gonna be out of my hands. So what I might do is actually stick this car over there underneath the 912, or maybe I'll put the 912 down so I can drive it and put this car on top just to get out of the way. It'll probably be a week or so at least by the time I'm ready to start dealing with it again. So I guess that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Engine removal's not the most complicated thing. Anyone who's done it knows. It's pretty simple. But it's part of the process, part of the build, right? People want me to document everything I do to the car. There it is. The motor's got to come out. So also I got to pick up the seats. They're not ready yet, but they will be hopefully by the end of this week, if not maybe middle of next week. And I can start working on the interior. So till then, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check me out on Drola964 on Instagram, as always. And thanks for watching.